Chicago to his name up in lights. Don Miller is live every Thursday night. He's bold, he's real, no filters, no shade. When hits the mic, the truth gets laid. Don's in the building, his swag so tight. Check your feelings, he's exposing all the lies. Every Thursday at 8, his voice takes the stage. The man's got soul like a record with age.
Damn, it's Thursday night, the Don Miller Show right here. Hey, y'all. Damn, I'm out here Thursday night. I'm so excited to be here. And I want to thank the white community for being a support mechanism in my life since I was 14. My uncle made me work for 2 weeks when I was 14, and he still ain't paid me, but he done went on home to Jesus. So I guess I won't get that change. Thank you again. Head over to thedonmillershow.com. We got a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful store over there. It's called the Merchandise Shop, whatever it's called. Shout out to Amber Cusia from Amber Cusia Designs, the executive producer of the Don Miller Show. She's up there in Levy County, up there, around up in there with the white, rest of the Caucasian community. Thank you, Amber. Phil, the podcast doctor.
What's going on?
Man, I'm so glad to be here tonight. Somebody gonna be offended. And we put a title on this broadcast. I said what I said. And I just want to be honest, guys. What you will never get from me is a bogus-ass conversation. And that's because I got the good-ass job I done had for 37 years over here with these whites. Boy, thank you so much, everybody. Again, I appreciate you all for joining me. The Don Miller Show, Thursday nights, 8 p.m. To the lady who stopped me in the grocery store the other day, yes, ma'am, I did retire from radio. I thank you for all the years you listened. She was like, I didn't know you left, and I was trying to find you. But yes, I retired from radio. That was a lot, 4 hours a day, Phil, Monday through Friday. Then you drink so much coffee, and it just can't drink no more coffee, and it just, I miss radio. Shout out to all of my friends in the beautiful panhandle of Florida. Shout out to all of you. I miss you guys so much. I miss taking your calls. I miss hey, shout out to Mike. You offended. Shut up, Mike. Again, thank you so much, everybody. Again, Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Phil, I got a lot to get to tonight.
All
and
right.
we're going to try to move through this. I just want to say to the Negro community, right? Who are these Negroes, right? Who are these Negroes? Play the song, Phil. Get the song ready. Somebody's going to be offended. But if you are easily offended, I want you to go listen to that show in the morning with the little weirdo. Play that again, Phil. Thank you so much, everybody. Welcome back to the Don Miller Show. Listen, real talk. Great conversation today. I want to shout out a young fella that I just met. I'm going to bring him on the show because I think he's funny. He's 30 years old, and his name is Cleveland, which means that's funny in itself. Like, if your ass 30 and your name Cleveland got to be a grown-ass man named Cleveland is 65, 66 for sure, right? Every Cleveland I knew marched with Martin, okay? I'll be honest with you. I ain't trying. I like the guy. He's hilarious, right? But I don't know. We got like play the name game. If you holler out names like Emma, you know what I mean? Okay? I'll give you an example. Let's play this game, Phil. Can we get ready to play the game real quick?
All right.
Xantavius. What year is that?
Gen Z.
Huh? Right. Okay. Perline.
Oh. World War II.
Cleveland. 63, 64.
66 civil rights.
So a great young man named Cleveland. I'm going to bring him on the show. Y'all know how I feel about young people and helping young people with their mission. So you guys are going to hear Cleveland here on the show soon. He's a good young man. We're going to put up how you can follow him. Hey, Russ, man. Love you. Miss you, buddy. We're going to put up how we can follow Cleveland if Phil get around to him before we get off the damn show.
I'll get it.
Cleveland should have gave him his stuff beginning, but Cleveland coming here. Okay. So, again, thank you so much. I want to hit something, right? So I'm watching CNN the other night. I don't watch CNN, but I was like 4 glasses of wine in, and I couldn't find the remote. And Quetta Jean Johnson from the Johnson family, ridiculous behavior, Phil. She be moving the remote and shit, right? Excuse me, I don't want to cuss on the air, but yeah. And so I'm watching CNN, and I see this unknown Negro woman who had some of the most ridiculous and absolute nonsensical conversation. And can we play the clip of the Negro woman on CNN talking about voter
What
ID?
voting rights is he taking away from black voters?
Oh, if we look at
the SAVE Act?
the SAVE Act, that's exactly what we're talking about. That is actually going to continue to disenfranchise overwhelmingly a lot of people of color. There are so many civil rights organizations that have run the data. If we look at the way that it is going to disenfranchise black voters, it's the same reason why Chuck Schumer called it Jim Crow 2.0.
So,
this is the same president. If we want to continue...
You haven't said how yet.
I am talking about it. It's the way that you're putting new poll taxes on this when you're making people have... That's what we can call them now. It's kind of an idiom, right? If you want to say that people have to prove that they are citizens, that they have to prove with a voter ID, the reality is you're layering what is a constitutional right for the American people and making
Hey, stop this. Why they get this Negro woman? Because I don't know one black person. Not one. No, not one. That's the song we used to sing in church. I don't know one black person that ain't got no damn ID. Phil, you know any? Mm-mm. No, not one. Cleveland, I promise you, your young ass don't know one. Because if the police pull over a Negro without ID, guess what? Jail gonna be your home for the night till they find out who you are. So who are they playing these? Where they get these Negroes from? Put her back on with that part in the middle of her hair. First of all, gentlemen, I was out there in them streets for a long time. I was single for a long time before I was not single. She got
What
a part
voting
down the
rights
middle
is
of her
he
hair.
taking away
Never
from
trust a
black
woman
voters?
Oh,
with
if we
a
look
part
at
down the middle of her hair. I'm telling you right now, because it's either a lace front or a bad weave. And you can't trust no woman with a lace front or a bad weave that's talking politics and social issues. I don't know no black people without ID. What is this push, Phil, to continue to talk about disenfranchising black folks who don't have ID in the SAVE Act that I talked about last week, Phil? Mm-hmm. I presented the numbers right here on the show last week. Look, white folk, I'm going to give y'all a pass on something wonderful this moment. Ask your black friends at the job, do you have ID? You don't have to ask them that because they wouldn't have the job without ID. Like, what is this about? This is disenfranchising black people to ask for ID at the polling place. Like, what are we doing? No, this is nonsense, right? Such nonsense. Just the other day, yesterday, in beautiful Bellwood, Illinois, that's west of Chicago. It's a Negro community. They had a candidate forum, and they invited all the candidates to speak to the other Negroes in the Negro community. Can you put that up, Phil? And what did they ask the Negroes for at the bottom of that, Phil? What does that say?
ID required. Bring it for check-in.
So to come see the candidates, you got to have ID. Not even to vote for the Negro. Like, what are they doing, Phil?
This is ridiculous.
Huh?
Ridiculous.
If you believe that requesting ID, you ever bought a pack of Benson & Hedges menthol long? You ever bought a pack of Newports?
You're about Tylenol?
Right? The good Tylenol.
Yeah,
okay?
The pain quill.
You ever bought Sudafed that get you high? You need ID. The problem is this level of propaganda that we're cheering for. This is about illegal immigration. And the Democrats are losing the Negro in record number. So they want the illegals to vote. I am offended as a black man when Chuck bitch-ass, hoe-ass Schumer come to a microphone and say, this is like Jim Crow 2.0. And then you get this sister with the part down the middle of her scalp with this fake-ass, fast-ass weave on who says, like Chuck said, you don't know Chuck. Chuck wouldn't speak to you, ma'am. The fact is, this is dog whistle politics. And any black person who saw this, who got an ID, who done went to the DMV and waited 45, 55 minutes, Phil, should be offended that you want to let somebody vote without ID. You ever been to the DMV, Phil?
Yeah, it's right down here.
That is one of the most humbling experiences in my life.
Yep.
They don't care who you are. You going to wait for that. And I think they could give it to you faster. I just think they like to sit around and see people wait. Like, I'm waiting. This dude just drove up in a Bentley. I'm going to make his ass wait longer. You follow me?
One eternity later.
The problem is they're paying these Negroes to go on TV shows and say that voter ID is going to affect or disenfranchise black people. Black people knew first the importance of identification. And then they say, well, it's about citizenship. Come on, I promise you, that ain't about citizenship. That's about getting votes that they know they are losing because the internet and these smart-ass phones. Man, let me tell y'all something about these smart-ass phones. These smart-ass phones done changed the game. These smart-ass phones got people who ain't never know nothing. I had a friend of mine, he's 62. That's named Sylvester, 62. That's 1963, right?
Nah.
Sylvester. That's
Sylvester
a
in Cleveland.
1963 name, Sylvester, right? In Cleveland, okay? This dude, Sylvester, was the dumbest of all dumb people, right? I saw Sylvester at the funeral. Sylvester, I'm telling you, see people from that era at funerals. I saw Sylvester at the funeral. Sylvester was in 8th grade for 4 years, right? And I saw Sylvester at the funeral. He was like, yeah, man, I watch your show, man. I can't believe some of the stuff you say. I'm like, do you understand what I'm saying, Sylvester? Because you was in Miss Johnson's class for 3 years. The problem is everybody's a reporter. Everybody's a citizen journalist. The fact is the data speaks for itself. If we let a Negro stand before us and tell us that ID, you got to have ID to go to Cleveland. You got to have ID to go to Cleveland on the airplane, right? If you fly from MCO, Orlando to Cleveland, can't go there without ID, right?
Nope.
And guess what? A dumbass friend of mine said the other day, well, you can take Greyhound. Nope, you got to have ID on Greyhound now, right? Can't take Greyhound. You can't take Greyhound from Orlando to Jacksonville without ID, right? You can walk there. I'm saying this. Stop it with the propaganda. Do the right thing and listen to me. Because let me tell you something. I'm amazed at how many black people feel are supporting these damn illegal immigrants, right? Because there's a great book. We love you, Catherine Ann. There's a great book called And the Walls Come Tumbling Down by a brilliant man by the name of Ralph Abernathy, who was the right-hand man to Martin Luther King Jr. He, quite frankly, well, Martin Luther King was a wonderful, maybe the greatest orator of all time, but not the smartest Negro. And I say that Ralph Abernathy was absolutely a brilliant man because a brilliant man knows his place. If you read the 48 Laws of Power, the 48 Laws of Power so eloquently speaks early on in the book, never outshine the master. Martin was picked, and Ralph Abernathy built that entire structure of the civil rights movement. There was no civil rights movement before Emmett Till was murdered in Mississippi. There was a conversation about the oppression of the Negro, for sure, but when they put the body of Emmett Till on the cover of Jet magazine and the Chicago Tribune and the Chicago Sun-Times, okay, in the Pittsburgh Courier, and when Robert H. Sinstack, who was the president of the National Association of Black Newspapers, put that picture of Emmett Till at Sammy A.A. Rayner's funeral home on 71st Street in Chicago on the cover of the magazine, because Mamie Till, who I love dearly, Emmett's mom, who said, I want America to see my son, and his bloated body, in the funeral industry is called a floater, was on the cover, and what those white racists had done to him. That started the civil rights movement. Nothing Martin Luther King did started the civil rights movement. Rosa Parks had a Buick, okay? She was placed on the bus with a photographer from Life magazine. If you go and study the civil rights movement, stay with me, I'm going somewhere. I know like Don Miller going, where are you going? If you go and study the civil rights movement and you look at the Supreme Court ruling regarding Montgomery and the bus boycott, Rosa Parks' name is not even mentioned because she was staged on the bus and not got on the bus. She had a car. Her husband had a car. The lady on the bus was a dark-skinned young black lady named Claudette Colvin, who was looked past because she was a single mama with a child of 15, which was commonplace in that era. When I'm saying that I'm tired of propaganda and ridiculousness, I mean it from my heart. So at the end of the day, this is very important. I want y'all to hear this. Talking about voter ID at a time when everybody got to have ID to do anything good. You can't get in the club without ID. Phil, you ever went to a club and they didn't have no ID? Your ass went to the house.
Yeah.
You went right back to the house. I promise you, huh?
You went right back home.
Yeah, you did, man. I remember the first time I went to the strip club and the girl at the door was naked. And I was like, man, I can't wait. And I ain't have my ID. I said, man, that's the closest I'm going to get to seeing a naked woman is at the door. Because I ain't have my ID. I had to go home and get my ID. By the time I came back, it was too many people in line. The fact is, stop it. And stop allowing people who don't care about you. Shout out to, man, Miss Hope Nichols, man. I love you, Hope. Phil, you see that? Mm-hmm. That's our girl. She did a great job over at the Improv recently. Again, stop it. Stop it. Everybody needs ID. We're not going to do that. We're not going to even play into that ridiculousness. People need to have ID. And if you think that telling people to show ID and show proof of who they are and what they're about is all about disenfranchisement and Jim Crow, then you letting these people who plan against you. The greatest thing Malcolm ever said, the greatest Malcolm X speech ever made was beware the white liberal. Yes or no, Phil?
Yep.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, everybody. Welcome back to the Don Miller Show. I want to get that off my chest. So the first part of the show, I get things off my chest, as you know, Phil, right? Mm-hmm. Then the second thing I'm going to hit today on the show, after I got that off my chest, man, I'm tired of Epstein. If ain't nobody going to jail, can we stop talking about Epstein? Phil, ain't nobody going to jail.
Why?
Because they all pervs. They all freaks. Epstein was the greatest purveyor of game. I know some old school pimps who didn't have. Epstein knew what he was doing. He set them all up. But the only way you can be set up is to be interested. Oh, damn, Don Miller, did you just say that? The only way you can get set up is to be interested. You take me anywhere. I've been at some wild ass parties. I'm telling you right now. Shout out to Derek Dorsey, man. Love you, bro. Let me just say something. I've been at some wild ass parties. I was at a party. Can I tell y'all the story, Phil?
Oh, gosh.
I'm at this party, right? Me and Holly Holloman. And we with our friend. And she say it's about 12 o'clock. And women was in there. We was like, damn. I'm like, Holly, rest in peace, Rosie. I love you, man. And Holly was like, man, there's some women. They coming in. And I was like, man. Then she's like, hey, y'all might want to leave now. I swear to God, this is a true story. Phil, you heard the story on the radio. Holly say, Holly like, why we got to leave? She said, it's been ready to be a Puffy party. Now, this 30 years ago. We don't know no damn Puffy party. Holly was like, cool, because Puffy got bitches. Nah, no, this is not going to be. And she was like, y'all might want to go. Shout out to you. Love you so much, baby girl. She's listening right now. The problem is you can only be set up if you're interested. I am saying I don't want to talk or spend a gang of time on Epstein because Epstein knew who to play with. And I'm telling you right now, as a street guy with some suits, because I'm a street guy for real, I done been in some situations, man, where I'm like, no, I ain't. Phil, you ever been there when you be like, no, you got to go with your spider sense sometime.
Yeah.
Huh? Yep. Like, nah, I'm good, you know? The problem is, if ain't nobody going to jail, why are we talking about it? Secondly, Savannah Guthrie's mama still missing. 80-something-year-old lady gone in the desert, and they can't find her. Shout out to Jay Henry, man. Love you, boy. They can't find Savannah's mama, right? Let's break that down. Can we spend a few minutes on Savannah Guthrie's missing mama? Yeah. 80-something-year-old lady. Living in a $1 million+ house, got cameras around the house. Look, I had a mama that was 80, passed away a few years ago. I love you, mama. And she would call me, Phil. I knew when my mama was sliding. Phil, she called you at 1 o'clock in the morning, like, why the hell you up? And she'd be like, I'm like, Mom, what's up? She'd be like, what you doing? I'm like, Mom, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. What you doing? Watching Perry Mason. Oh, yeah. Like, ain't nobody watching no damn Perry Mason, right? But again, when you look at the whole Savannah Guthrie thing and you break down the fact that Savannah Guthrie was the only person to interview 5, not 1, not 2, but 5 Epstein victims. And then you go to the Epstein, and I went down the rabbit hole. I'm putting on everything I believe in. I went down the rabbit hole, and her husband's name is on that list like a bunch of times. Look, man, I don't want to talk about this no more because I don't want nobody coming to my house. But pray for that old lady. Pray for that old lady, Phil. When you get home tonight, Phil, After you got out the shower, pray for that little Guthrie lady. Because I'm telling you right now, if they find her, and she's still well, that means they went to Walgreens and got up medication. So, okay, you can't, why ain't nobody at all the Walgreens looking for her prescription? You know what I mean? Like, how many Walgreens got to be, she 15 miles from the border, right?
Yeah.
Huh? First thing you do is go to Walgreens. I knew every medicine my mama took, which was with every medicine, okay? I'm just saying, man, this is horrible, but we got to be careful and not fall prey to this. We can't fall prey to weapons of mass distraction. We cannot fall prey to weapons of mass distraction. Let's stay focused. So let's say a prayer for Savannah's mom, Miss Lady who's missing, but I ain't in that. That is not my business. I don't mean no harm. Now, can we go to Super Bowl, Phil? So everybody watched the Super Bowl. I actually didn't watch the Super Bowl. I was hanging out with my boys, Phil, and watched the first beginning of the Super Bowl a little bit, and I realized that the New England Patriots shouldn't have been in the Super Bowl.
No.
Let's be clear. I hate to say that, Phil.
Man.
The NFL, y'all slipped up this one. Nope. Y'all lost money. The NFL was like tripping. Y'all, I could promise you there were 12 teams that could have played the Seattle Seahawks better than the Patriots. Can I say 12?
Okay.
Cleveland, 12 or 8? The whole league. Yeah, the Bears would have, absolutely. Bears, like, I think that little Deion Sanders' son would have had a better game, okay? Let's be clear, right? Like, so they give us this bogus-ass game, and then they give us this Puerto Rican sissy at halftime, right? Let me explain something to you about the Puerto Rican sissy. It's the Don Miller Show. Follow me on all platforms. Head over to DonMillerShow.com. Okay, we're going to have some great shirts by the end of the show because she over there working on the shirts right now. She's probably just grabbed Puerto Rican Sissy. That's going to be a shirt before the show is over.
Buy the domain.
Listen to me, right? Puerto Rican Sissy. Go buy that domain. So let me just say something. So NFL, I've been watching football probably longer than all y'all because I'm an old man. I've been to 15 Super Bowls, at least 15 Super Bowls. You know what I ain't never see Cleveland at the Super Bowl? A Puerto Rican. Damn, Don Miller, how dare you? Maybe I wasn't sitting in the Puerto Rican section. But I ain't never seen no Puerto Rican, not enough Puerto Ricans to have a Puerto Rican at halftime. So I had to ask myself the other night when I went home and started watching, okay, Chicago PD.
Yeah.
I would rather watch Chicago PD and Chicago Med and Chicago Fire than a Puerto Rican who don't know a first down from a punt singing at halftime. Now let me say this. Take a minute. Don't be offended because this is Don Miller. The views and opinions expressed on the Don Miller Show are not necessarily those of the podcast doctor, but Don Miller and the Don Miller radio podcast broadcast. So you put a Puerto Rican sissy in the middle of the field, and I got to admit, he killed it. Well, that man was saying something I didn't know, but he killed it. He had some Puerto Rican women that were absolutely gorgeous. They was shaking that. Oh, it was beautiful. But I didn't know what he was saying. And let me do what I learned a long time ago about moving and singing, and not singing, but enjoying and jigging to something I don't know what they were saying. I had a friend of mine that was a homosexual. And my homosexual friend was playing some music one time. And I was like, man, this is good. This is a good ass. It was a Spanish song. He was like, you like that? And I was like, yeah, this is a good ass song. He was like, I like the boys. Oh, no, hell no. I don't like the boys. And somebody need to play this shit in English, okay? So my point is this. Man rule number 16. If you don't know what's being said, don't cheer. Phil? Right. Turn that off right now. Turn that off right damn now. I don't know what he's saying. The point I'm
making. He said my sausage.
Again, are you serious?
Chorizo, yeah. Listen. It's all about sausages.
See, this is what I'm trying to tell you. So what is the NFL really doing? What is the NFL really doing, right? First of all, I love my Puerto Rican friends. I'm going to see Xavier tonight. When I leave here, I'm going to see Xavier. I'm going to smoke with Xavier. I love you so much. And I got a lot. Y'all, if you're Puerto Rican and you're watching the show, hit me right now on the screen and let them know that don't be mad at Don Miller. He ain't. What they call it, a racist? If you're Puerto Rican, I know it's a Puerto Rican watching the damn show right now. So watch this. I'm confused at what the NFL was doing. Right? Because how y'all get a Puerto Rican sissy on the stage before a black sissy? Whoa, before a white sissy. They had a white sissy on the stage, yeah. Prince, don't do that with Prince. Prince was Prince. Prince had his own little box, right? But, so you put this dude on the stage who don't even sing in English. James, man, stop, man. Let me just say this, right? You put this dude on the stage who don't sing in English. And this is my problems with Puerto Ricans from Puerto Rico. You guys are Americans. Cleveland, these people are Americans. When my family, my mama, Miss Rose, and my family traveled from Mississippi to Chicago in the Great Migration, there were 6 million black folk went north from the south. And when we went north, I promise y'all on everything, as the kids say, on God, we spoke a whole different language. Mississippi black was a language. We didn't know, huh? But as soon as we got Chicago, as soon as we got St. Louis and Detroit, right? We had to learn what they was talking about. The Puerto Ricans who come from Puerto Rico, y'all from America. Why the hell they don't think it's important to know the language? I'm offended by Puerto Ricans from Puerto Rico, America, who don't think it's important to know the language. After the hurricane, we had to go out and recruit thousands of teachers because the Puerto Ricans fled to Florida and didn't know the language. You from America. Thank you, James. Say Michael Jackson was a white sissy. There's a high possibility of that, okay? He definitely wasn't a black one. The point I make is this, guys. Listen to me, and this is very important, man. Y'all made me forget my spot, man. And y'all know I don't forget my spot on the Don Miller Show, okay? Y'all never forget my spot. But what are we doing? And what is the NFL doing? And I know what the NFL is doing, Phil. The NFL is engaged in a level of politics that is making it not fun to watch. Coming back out of the Kaepernick taking the knee whole thing, and now it's like, maybe we can get some Puerto Ricans are not going to watch football. They're not going to do it. And I love my Puerto Rican friends that I'm going to hang out with when I leave here. They're not going to, I don't watch it, okay? I'm saying to put this dude on the stage, I'm not going to lie, man. Phil, stop me right now, Phil. And open the phone lines up. Tell me if I'm bullshit. I'm wrong. Darn. You ever go somewhere and sing and cheer with some music, you don't know what the hell being said?
Yep, I do.
Because you don't, come on, Phil. No, you don't. You may have done it, but it ain't like the Super Bowl. And then they even said, and at least 8 of my friends were at the Super Bowl. Watch this, Phil. And I was texting and they were like, I was like, y'all, they standing ovation for this dude? It's like, no. So then I see a video, Phil. Play this video. This guy is there. He's playing a video from the Super
They
Bowl.
straight up added the audio of cheers and applause to Bad Bunny's halftime performance. Listen, ready? Cheers. Did you hear them all in the background? Now watch this. Same clip from somebody's cell phone. No cheer. Weird.
Those are rich people. You know who to go to the Super Bowl? No poor person. Not one. Not one poor person except for the players' families. Not one poor person's at the Super Bowl. I've been to 15. Phil, you know anybody poor been to the Super Bowl?
No.
Cleveland, you know anybody poor been to the Super Bowl?
I'm poor. I ain't been to the Super
Amsterdam.
Bowl.
The nosebleed seats. The nosebleed seats are $3,000.
Oh, hell.
Listen to me. Ain't no if every rich Hispanic Puerto Rican in America went and cheered, you couldn't hear him. Hello? I'm just saying, stop it. What are you guys doing? If you're trying to draw an audience, yay, that's fine. But this is amazing to me when we allow propagandists to take it and what is it? Read that, Phil. I can't see it.
It's all about the shock factor. Everyone was talking about this on Monday morning. Their goal was achieved.
Okay, well, listen. I'm telling you right now, Bad Bunny probably was a talented performer, and I'm sure there are people who loved him. I found out about the last year's Super Bowl little boy. What was his name? He was real good. The little rapper. What's the little rapper boy? Kendrick Lamar. Now they gonna tell me this dude done beat out Kendrick Lamar. Y'all gone with that nonsense. Kendrick Lamar was really good.
Yeah.
Okay? And what's the other little boy that came before Kendrick Lamar a few years ago?
Usher did before
Usher
Kendrick.
was better than this dude. Okay? All right? So y'all, Michael Jackson was better than this dude. Okay? I'm just saying, I get it. We want to make people who are snuck into the country feel better about themselves. Okay? This dude, maybe he was good. Okay? I would have went to see Bob Marley at the Super Bowl before I went to see Bad Bunny. Okay? So let's be clear. And I'll tell you what, the white people would have in that bitch rocking that Bob Marley. Right. Bad Bunny. Okay? Thank you so much, everybody. Welcome back to the Don Mill Show. I had a moment for you. I'm sorry. I had to get that off my damn chest.
It's okay.
You ever have something on your chest? You be like, I gotta get this off my chest, man. Stop it. What are we doing? Phil, I want to talk about, I got a lot of messages this week. And wasn't going to do it, Phil. And I'm going to read one of the messages. It is from Abigail. And I don't know who Abigail is. Are you going to talk about Black History Month on this month's broadcast? And actually, I wasn't, Phil. I want to shout out some friends of mine, Sandra, who asked the same question. Amber Cuchilla, little white lady, asked a question. Mike, Sterling, and Quetta Jean Johnson from the Johnson family. Ridiculous Behavior is currently reading And the Walls Come Tumbling Down by Dr. Reverend Ralph Abernathy, which is Martin Luther King's right-hand man. And I wasn't going to touch it, right? And then I did something in the last few days, Cleveland. I'm going to ask Cleveland this. He's not in the studio, but I can hear him, and he's going to be on the show, so I'm prepping his ass for getting embarrassed.
I don't think that's possible for him.
I know. I like it. Phil, who started Black History Month, Phil?
Oh, I have no idea.
Okay. Cleveland, you know? Yeah. You don't know. I asked 10 people the last few days, and I did it at 10, all black, just to kind of be able to do the percentage, right? I was hoping and praying that it would be 50-50. Only one person of color was able to tell me who started Black History Month. That was shameful. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
One person, Phil. Carter G. Woodson started Black History Month. And when I listened to that, because as a kid we grew up, and Black History Month, it was all about who invented something. Oh, we had a black guy invented this, a black guy. That ain't about history. So Carter G. Woodson, who is the father of Black history, who undergrad at University of Chicago, which is a wonderful, wonderful school. He's got his PhD at Harvard University in 1912. And Carter G. Woodson, who wrote one of the greatest books of all time. Phil, you have that book over there? And I want all of you Negroes to read this book, The Miseducation of the Negro. I had the book. I was supposed to go grab it and put it in the car, and I've read this book more than I can count. The Miseducation of the Negro, right? It was originally Negro History Week. And Negro History Week was founded by Carter G. Woodson, and it wanted to coincide with the birthdays of Abe Lincoln and Frederick Douglass. And it was brilliant. It was a brilliant idea. It talked about the history of the Negro. And then in 1976, it became Black History Month. But to just go and ask 10 black folk, these are educated. I didn't go to the hood, right? These are educated blacks who brag about their certifications and their degrees and their schools and their houses and their cars. And not only 1 out of 10 was able to tell me who founded Black History Month.
I didn't know.
But I go to this conversation not to offend, but to ask people to cut the shit. And stay with me. I'm sorry, that was inappropriate. Okay? I'm tired of symbolism and not substance. And when I talk symbolism and not substance, I say, as my friend asked me today, what do you mean by that? Every major city in this country, from Dallas to Cleveland to Cincinnati to Indianapolis to Charlotte to Atlanta to Orlando to Miami, have a Martin Luther King Street. How many of those streets are in affluent neighborhoods? I'll wait. None. Every one of them is a shit show. Every one. So my question is, if our history is so valuable and it means so much to us, the street that is named after the guy that is revered by all in every major marketplace is the worst street in the city. Huh?
That's a shame.
Go look, Phil. Phil, where you from?
I already know.
Where you from, Phil?
I'm from Virginia.
What city?
Newport News.
How Martin Luther King Drive in Newport News look?
Like trash.
Okay. Huh?
Like trash.
Absolutely.
And the one over there by Millennia? Mm-hmm. And John Young?
How is it?
Trash.
The point I'm making is this. Martin Luther King in Chicago starts at 23rd Street at McCormick Place and goes all the way south, probably to 99th or something, right? Detroit, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh. What are we doing? What are we actually doing? So I don't celebrate Black History Month because I am over celebrating symbols. I want to celebrate substance. And at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, right? When I want to be able to cheer and engage in the lively art of real conversation, I want to be able to point to people whose difference move the needle and the people. And just to cheer because somebody got a street or, look, yes, Lewis Latimer invented the filament that goes in the light bulb and they say Edison stole it. Garrett Morgan invented the stoplight. And you can go down the list. I know it all. That's all they taught us as Negroes in school. Who invented something. But did they teach us what the real movement was about? They don't teach us about W.E.B. or James Baldwin or Booker T or Frederick Douglass. They didn't teach us about that. They gave us some guys who invented something. Pretty much the whole conversation at that point was, Phil, you Negroes are good with your hands. Yes?
That's right.
Huh?
That's right.
When you ask me.
Someone said Sanford's not that bad.
First of all, MLK and Sanford ain't even a real street. Stop it, okay? The matter, this is what I'm saying. So when people ask why do I not celebrate it, because I'm over. I need substance. I want to be able to look at something and say, yeah, that moved the needle. If it's not moving the needle, it's against growth. So for many, if you can't tell me about the life of Carter G. Woodson, if you have not read the book, The Miseducation of the Negro, it's just amazing to me how often I engage with people who have, you know how easy it is? Phil, everybody got a whole ass computer in their hand every day. It is so easy to find what knowledge makes a man unfit to be a slave. Knowledge changes the game, man. And for people, grown folk who brag about their education and their status in life, who can't have a basic conversation, it's just amazing to me, man. And I'm telling you guys in real life, I'm becoming a jerk and I'm suffering severely from compassion fatigue. I don't feel sorry for none of y'all no more. If you lose your job because if you don't take the time to learn your job better, bye. Okay? I got compassion fatigue, Phil. And I want everybody to pray for me that I get better with my compassion fatigue. Because I'm watching these people cheer on people like Jamal Bryant, that fake-ass pastor in Atlanta, who's telling people to boycott Target and other places, right? Who says ML King was his idol. Dr. King ain't say boycott nothing. Dr. King's whole angle was to go over there and see if them white folk, you want to sit with them white folk. You want to shop where they shop. Dr. King ain't never say boycott. Joseph H. Jackson, the pastor of Olivet Missionary Baptist Church on 31st and King Drive in Chicago in 1960, he was the one that said, stop begging these white folk to go sit at their counter and build our own systems. Remember that? He was the president of the 5 million blacks at the National Baptist Convention. He said we need to stop begging people to sit at their table and build our own table. And Mr. Willie Johnson, I'll never forget Mr. Willie Johnson. There was a couple of people besides Mr. Willie told me. Mr. Willie said I'll never forget, he died at 97 years old, Phil. You remember Mr. Willie told you this story. You know this story.
Yeah.
Mr. Willie said, man, he was sitting at the counter, got hit in the head, and he was boycotting the lunch counter at Woolworth. I don't know if y'all remember Woolworth. If you remember Woolworth, drop us a yay. If you remember Woolworth, they had it was kind of like a drugstore that had a counter where you can get food at Woolworth way before. That's back when Walgreens.
Was it like Eckerd's?
Yeah, but they sold food. Woolworth was a drugstore. Okay. And he said, man, they couldn't go in Woolworth and sit at the counter and order no food. He said, I'll never forget. He said, man, but they boycotted Woolworth, and finally Woolworth's like, all right, let these Negroes in. And they went to Woolworth. He said he put on his best suit and fixed his tie and got a nice shirt. And he went to Woolworth and he plopped down at the counter and he felt like he had made it because Martin said, this is where we need to be. We need to sit at the counter where these white folks sit. We need to eat what they eat. Not build what we want to eat or go to our places, right? We need to eat what they eat, which I have no concept of what that's actually about. And finally, Mr. Willie said, Phil, he said he ordered what he wanted to order, and the food came. He said he was so proud, a black man sitting at the counter of Woolworth in 1960, whatever it was. And the lady brought him his food, and she put the plate in front of him. He said, I could tell she didn't want to wait on me, but that's okay. She had to. And he said he bit into his food. And he said, this is the worst shit I've had in my life. It had no seasoning. He said, this so horrible, I'm never going to eat this shit again. And he said he got up and he left. And he went over to Miss Gladys, who had the restaurant in the hood, right? And tell me why, okay? So we fought for what, right? We fought for unseasoned food. We gave up everything we had and what we enjoyed because somebody else told us it's important to go and sit over there. Huh? Cleveland, was that crazy what I just said? You follow me? It's nonsense. Phil.
That's so crazy.
That man said he put on his nice ass suit. He said the only place I wore this suit was the church, and he wore it to Woolworth. And got the worst piece of steak he ever had in his damn life. He said, this ain't no damn steak. Huh? He said the white boy next to him was eating it like it was the best thing he ever had. But he ain't never had seasoning, sir. Thank you so much, everybody. Follow the Don Miller Show. Join the Don Miller Show on all platforms. Look, go to the store, man. We got some great shirts. The shirt I'm wearing today, Phil, you supposed to tell me to mention it. The shirt I'm wearing today says,
there you go.
It says, two clever people can't fall in love. True love needs one idiot. This shirt is available. True love needs one idiot, right? I'm telling you what I know. Phil, let's open up the phone lines. 352-717-4071. Head over to the Don Miller Show right now. We got a real special going. DMS10 is the code to get discount. Patty, I love you so much. You are entertaining with Spot On Mess. I love you, Patty. Patty, put Patty back up, man. Back 30 years ago, I used to go over to Patty's house. She's a wonderful lady. Y'all see she's Caucasian. I love her, though. And she used to be able to cook good-ass food. But I love Patty. I love her family.
She got the seasonings?
Oh, Patty know how to season food. But thank you so much. Head over to we got new merch in the store. The phone lines are open. Let me tell you guys who may be new to the show. I'm a radio guy, 20-plus years in radio, so I like to talk to my listeners. So I tend to randomly open up the phone lines here on the Don Miller Show, 352-7. Phil, did you find the phone?
Phone lines are open.
Did you find your phone, Phil?
Yes.
Okay, Phil lost his phone earlier. We want to keep him in our prayers. 352-717-4071. You can give us a holler. But I want to just say, man, when I'm looking at what I'm seeing, we cannot continue to allow our history to be a mystery. And in the black community, we lead every category, every group in allowing our history to be a mystery. If you go look at Carter G. Woodson, his whole platform was about self-reliance and racial respect. I don't know if you guys know the name Marcus Garvey. He had the same platform. And again, I talk about Malcolm a lot. The greatest speech Malcolm ever made, as far as I'm concerned, was beware of the white what, Phil?
Liberal.
White liberal. Again, thank you so much. Hey, we got a special occasion. Get the applause ready. We got a special occasion on the Don Miller Show. As you know, the executive producer of the Don Miller Show is Amber Cuccia. I want to shout her out. She's a wonderful, wonderful person. She works hard. She works overtime. I know I get on her nerves. She run around chasing some little insurgents every day, and then I call her and really stress her out. But she graduated from, she got a certification from Brave Single Moms. The Brave Single Moms, that's the BSM. That's kind of weird as hell. The BSM program. She graduated from BSM. Phil, tell us about what happened with Amber.
I have no idea.
That's Amber right there. She graduated from the BSM program, Brave Single Moms. Amber's a single mother who's doing an amazing job with her daughters. And so she went to this
she's a great mom.
10-week program at the church. And she graduated last night, got her certification as a Brave Single Mom. And I want to shout her out. SMU, Single Mom University. Okay, it's SMU. Go SMU. They're like Southern Methodist now, Single Mom University. Amber, we love you so much, and we're so proud of you. What you're doing as a parent is amazing, and you are so important to this broadcast. I want to get back to a conversation I was having. We just got a message. I just got a message from a listener. Said, can you elaborate? Let me read this, Phil, because this is interesting.
Uh-oh.
Can you elaborate more? Hold on. Can you elaborate more on Felix Cesarina and the LULAC conversation? So go grab his picture, Phil, and his quote, and I'm going to explain to people what that's about.
Boom.
So Felix was the president of the LULAC, which is Latins United, whatever, Phil. Okay? You put that up, the other piece, Phil? Okay? Yeah. And back during the Civil Rights Movement, Legal United Latin Americans, mid-20th century, right? And back during the Civil Rights Movement, there was a push to get the Mexicans and other Latin Americans to come together with the black people who were involved in the Civil Rights Movement. And this guy, Felix, show his goofball ass again. This goofball right here, Dr. King, they reached out to him. And this is why I'm telling y'all right now, knowledge makes a man unfit to be a slave. So they reached out to Felix, right? And Felix said, let the Negro fight his own battles. Read that, Phil.
Let the Negro fight his own battles. His problems are not mine. I don't want to ally with him.
Okay, now, let me just say this, right? So fast forward to today, right? And these were illegals, Phil. Felix was in charge of the illegals. They snuck in here. All right? Mm-hmm. He said, let these Negroes fight their own battles. And now we out here getting beat up by ICE, supporting people who never supported us.
Right.
How many Hispanics marched during the Civil Rights Movement, Phil?
I don't think I can recall any of them.
None. I can. None. There were more Mormons. There were more Jewish people.
I mean, Bernie Sanders was there.
Absolutely. Okay. Mitt Romney's dad was the chairman of AMC, American Motor Cars. Okay. He was a Mormon. He was there. But the Latins and LULAC and the Mexicans, who most often at that point was sneaking in, said, we ain't got nothing to do with these Negroes. But we are out here on the front lines getting beat down and disrespected on the behalf of somebody who probably gonna take your job for short money.
Ooh.
Huh?
Oof.
Phil?
Oof.
They're gonna take your job for short money.
Oof.
I'm just amazed, and I want everybody else, and I want Amber. Amber, can you go grab a shirt that says substance over symbols? The Hispanic community stood absolutely 100% against black people during the Civil Rights Movement. They had nothing to do with it. And guess who else? I'm going to say this publicly. I shout out to my friend Osiris. Man, I love you so much. He's not my friend. He's my mentor, kind of. He's one of my favorite people that I learned from. And let me just say this, guys. Men need men. Huh?
That's true.
Men need men, okay? There's a clip of them interviewing Caribbean blacks, Phil. You got it. There's a clip in the 60s when the Caribbean blacks, I call them Black Ann, came to this country, and they tried to get the Caribbean blacks to support black people during the Civil Rights Movement. Let's play this clip.
Any experiences with segregation here in this country?
Well, I've just got something quite insignificant. You know, people get to know that I'm a foreigner, and so they treat me differently. When I came at first, I tried to get an American haircut, appeared in American clothes as best as possible and as much as possible, just for people to discriminate against me. And I've never had such an occasion. I've been trying to get it, but I mean, it seems as if I've been getting the best, actually.
You met segregation at all here?
I've not met it. I think they must be pretty lucky, because I've been looking forward to get the segregation against me, but have not got it yet. It's an irony that the South African will get it and I wouldn't get it myself.
Phil! Phil, tell me your thoughts.
I just think that's wild.
They don't, again, this goes back to the conversation I've had over and over again about being foundational black Americans, FBA. And my concern is I want every illegal to be sent home right now. Go get all of them, pack them up, send them home. And I said it on the Don Mill Show. Pack them up, send them home. Because I'm telling you right now, if they get clearance, they ain't going to be with us. Right? They're moving toward what? Right. I'm concerned that if we don't understand the value in creating a space and respecting the conversation, it is going to go south in such a way, Phil. And I'm telling you, Phil, this is me, man. I'm not no damn podcaster, okay? I am no damn podcaster. I'm not a podcaster. Phil made me do this, okay? I am not a podcaster, right?
You're going to blame me for
I'm putting you 100%, man. I'm not a podcaster. I'm a dude, okay? I've been in this. I made money in this, okay? All right? The rest of these people, there's 9 million podcasters. I'm not a podcaster. I'm saying I'm in here right now because Phil and Amber and them pushed me to come in here. But I'm telling you right now, I am ashamed of the Negro at a level I have never thought I would be ashamed of black people. Because we have bought into a level of propaganda that is so, man, it's just so terrible, Phil. Look, black people are the only people right now, Phil, who let our enemy pick our enemy. We let somebody who's been terrible to us tell us who our friend is. So I'm telling you right now, Y'all can cancel me right now, but I don't care about y'all. Y'all can cancel. They canceled me. How long ago they canceled me? When the sissy sued me?
Every 3 months they
What's the
cancel you.
sissy pastor that sued me? Well, I can't remember his name.
I don't remember
he
his
dead,
name.
Though.
Oh, wait. Whoa. When did that happen?
You remember he died? They buried him in a red suit in Atlanta.
Oh.
Anyway, that's a whole nother conversation. But the point is this, right? I'm telling black folk, if y'all don't figure out what the deal is soon, you're going to be in trouble. I am concerned that when I can ask people, black people, see that whole of color thing, that's a white curveball, okay? And that's a white liberal curveball. Malcolm said that. Don Miller ain't say that. Malcolm said it. When I can ask 10 black folk who founded Black History Month, and only one can tell me who, we at crisis, Phil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
When I ask a kid right now about Black History Month and all they can go to is somebody who invented something, that's exactly why it was set up the way it was set up. We are losing. We shouldn't be losing. We're voting wrong. We shouldn't be voting wrong. It's absolutely embarrassing. But tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my ass back home and finish this cigar that cost $44 I couldn't afford. Somebody blessed me with it. Yeah, I'm going to go right to the house, smoke this $44 cigar, get in my Buick, let the windows down because the air ain't working right now. And I'm telling you what I'm going to do. But in the meantime, I'll be back next week, Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. You can follow me on all platforms. Head over to the store, the Don Miller Show store. Shout out to Amber, who has really made that work very well for us, Phil. I just want to thank you. I want to shout out our friend in South Dakota who just sent us a message, Phil, in Montana and all over the country, man. We love you guys. This is a different kind of show. This ain't for the faint of heart. And I'm telling you right now, I'm over here with Phil, the podcast doctor. Why am I over here with you, Phil?
Because I'm the best.
Because you're the best, man. All right? And I'm telling you right now, I appreciate what you do. I've been canceled, so I can't go nowhere else. The white people already told me go somewhere else. I've been canceled. No, absolutely not. I've been canceled, Phil.
I know. I've been with you.
I know you have been with me when I got canceled. But listen, shout out to everyone. Shout out to Shannon Burke, man. I love you so much, Brother Burke. Shout out to all of the people all over the country who've sent me messages, who've checked on me. I didn't get fired. I ran out of gas, Phil. You know, I've been getting a lot of messages. Did I get fired? No, I ran out of gas, Phil.
Yeah, that's understandable, man.
3-4 hours a day, Monday through Friday, talking is a lot. And I've been doing it for 20 years, and I'm going to just...
Longer than that. You're being modest.
25 years. Yeah. 25 years in radio, in real radio, not talking on WOKB. Okay, talking to these
you just straight up...
WOKB.
Come on, man.
I love Glenn Allgood. He left.
Yeah.
When Glenn Allgood left WOKB, they need to close the station down.
Oh, my God.
So, yeah, I was on WOKB. Let me tell you, the average reading score on WOKB was no reading score. Oh, my God. I'm just saying right now. But I'm tired, man. Look, what you're going to get from me is what you're going to get from me. I've been canceled by people who should have embraced me, but I've been embraced by people who should have canceled me. Thank you so much, everybody. Go over to the website, thedonmillershow.com. The store is open. Follow me on all platforms. I don't know what y'all getting ready to do, but I'm getting ready to head to Coronas, where I'm going to smoke an Atabay, and then I'm going to smoke a Corona special. I don't know what you guys going to do, but I'm going to wear my boots from Skip's Western Outfitters. I'm going to eat at the Vineyard Lake Mary. I'm going to have a good time with my life. I'm going to be at Esca's in Lake Mary. And guess what? And ain't none of y'all going to rub me the wrong way. Love you so much, everybody. Phil, I love you, man. Amber, I love you. Quetta Jean Johnson from the Johnson family. Bye.
Check your feelings. He's turning wrongs to right. Every Thursday at 8, his voice takes the stage.